Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, I'm not wearing any makeup and my hair is in like a disgusting bun. I just woke up and I figured I'm going out with my friend, and I figured that I would do a highly requested video. Not highly requested, but I've had a few requests for this video, which is my foundation routine. And since I'm trying out a new foundation and I'm really in love with it, I thought this was the perfect opportunity to share it with you guys. So the first thing I do is apply some SPF, and the one that I'm using, I'll show it to you guys in a second. I just apply that all over my face like that. And you want to get an SPF that's specifically for your face and not one that will be too greasy underneath your makeup. The one that I'm using is the Shiseido Gentle Sun Protecting Lotion, and it's SPF 33. This is an amazing SPF for your face. It's non-greasy, it's great for underneath your foundation. I wear this every single day, and you can purchase this at Sephora. Okay, and then another step that you really want to take before applying your foundation is applying some moisturizer. This is even if you have oily skin, because moisturizer really smooths and evens out your skin. I would highly recommend always putting moisturizer on. So I put 2 pumps of my moisturizer and I just apply that all over my face. And this is my favorite moisturizer for my face. I'll tell you guys what it is in a second. So the moisturizer that I like to use is, it's by Lotion, and it's the Ultra Gentle Moisturizer, and it has 8% shea butter. So this is an amazing moisturizer. It has literally, I mean, really improved my skin. I think that it's better for normal to dry skin. I don't know if I would recommend this moisturizer for combination or oily skin. So you want to wait for your moisturizer to sink in as well. Okay, so now for the foundation that I'm going to be using. This is a new foundation that's currently out in the drugstore. This is one of 2 of my favorite foundations in the world, and I will continue to repurchase this foundation over and over again. This is the Revlon Nearly Naked Foundation, and it is, if you guys like the Dior Forever Foundation, I would actually compare this foundation to that foundation. I do think that they're extremely similar. Like when you apply it, it looks like you're not wearing foundation. It looks like your skin. So yeah, I don't use primer. So I just want to let you guys know that. But if you have an oilier skin, or if you're going out at night and you're going to be like dancing or something like where you're sweating a lot, I would definitely recommend that you use a primer. So this foundation doesn't have a pump, which is one of it's the only downfall that I can find about it. But I just take some and I just apply it on my face like that. I put some on my finger. A little bit on my chin, some on my nose. And I would say that this foundation is light to medium coverage, but it's definitely a buildable foundation. So, I'm using a Real Techniques buffing brush to just like buff this into my skin. And I really love this brush for this foundation. I think it just gives a beautiful, flawless finish. Okay. So that's what the foundation looks like applied. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit here, just so you guys can see. As you can see, it doesn't have like super full coverage. Like you can still see all of my blemishes, not all of them, but it just like gives you a really evened out complexion. And then what I like to do afterwards, which you'll see, is that I like to go in with like concealer to cover the other things up. But it just gives a really beautiful, glowy finish. Like it literally makes you look like you're just so healthy and glowing, which I personally love. Like the Dior foundation that I'm in love with, this foundation does almost the exact same thing and makes it look like you are not wearing any foundation. It makes it look like you have just really glowy, healthy skin. So that's why I really love this foundation. This foundation I would recommend mostly for people who have normal to dry skin. I'm not saying that you can't wear it if you have oily skin, but I don't know what the lasting, how long it'll last with people that have oily skin, and you would definitely need to set it with a powder. Okay, so the next step that I always do after my foundation is, well, then I usually go onto my eyes, but I'm not going to do that today, is I take a concealer. I take my under eye concealer, and the one that I'm currently using is the MAC Mineralized concealer, and it looks like this. It just comes in a little tube, and it's in the, my shade is NC20. But all of that information, all the products that I'm using, I'm going to list them in the down bar. So I just make 2 lines like that underneath my eyes with the concealer. And then I take my Real Techniques pointed foundation brush and I just sort of like blend that in underneath my eyes. And this is amazing for just like brightening everything up and making me look more awake and things of the sort. After I've done that, I take my my MAC Studio Finish concealer. So it's the one that looks like this, just in a little pot like this, and my color is NC30. And then I take my Real Techniques detailer brush, and I just put the brush within the concealer, and I just cover up my blemishes. And I'm actually going to zoom in for that because I don't have a mirror, so I just go like this and just cover up like my imperfections, and I don't rub it in, I just pat it with my ring finger so that it stays with a nice coverage. I just pat it in like that. So this is the step here that if you have oily skin that I would apply the powder, or if you just like a more powdery look. I like a really dewy look, a dewy finish, so I don't put powder on. But now I'm going to move on to contouring, and the product that I'm using to contour is this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is the one that I got in the Sephora kit, but I will definitely go out and purchase a full size of this product after I'm finished with it because I really like it. And I'm also using my Sigma small contour brush, which this is, I think, a dupe of the MAC 109 brush. So I'm just using that to contour, and I'm just putting a little bit on my brush, tapping it off. Next step that I do is I go in with a blush, and lately I've really been liking this NYX blush called Pinched. So it looks like this, and I'm using this brush that came in my Tarte gift set. So it's like a little, it's a Tarte brush, it's like a blush brush. So I just take a little bit of that blush on there, and I don't smile completely because I don't want the blush to be too high, but I just go like this, and I put it on the apples of my cheeks, and I blend it out. Okay, so after doing that, I actually take another bronzer, and the bronzer that I'm going to be taking is the Bronzed FX in the color Gold, and I use an Eco Tools powder brush, and I take just a little bit on the brush, and I just sort of put that on my forehead, just to accentuate what I have left of my little tan here, and underneath my chin and down my neck. And then whatever I have left on the brush, I just sort of like go over my cheeks just to blend everything nicely together. After that, for highlight, this is my favorite part, and I'm actually completely in love with this product right now. I take the Benefits High Beam, and this is another tiny sample sized product, but I'm definitely gonna go purchase the full size of this when I'm done. I take the High Beam and I just put a little bit on my hand like so. And then I use a foundation brush. The one I'm using is the Sigma F60 brush. I put a little bit on the brush, and then I just put it on my cheekbones like this and blend it out with the brush. On the other side. And I just take a little bit more on the edge, and I just put it down the bridge of my nose. Blend it out a little bit on my Cupid's bow, like that, and also a little bit just in the center of my forehead, like that. Alright guys, so that's it for my foundation. I'm gonna go get ready the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. The only thing that I did after leaving you guys was my eyebrows. I put on a little bit of mascara and I put on some lipstick and I did my hair. But besides that, the foundation that you saw, what I'm wearing on my face is everything that you saw in my foundation routine. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If you were thinking about buying the new Revlon Nearly Naked Foundation, I would really highly recommend it. I think it's an absolutely phenomenal foundation and it's completely comparable to all the other high-end foundations that are out there. Comparable to Dior, Guerlain, like Chanel. I really recommend it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel and please give this video a thumbs up. And also I'd be really curious to know if there are any foundations, now that you know my skin type and what kind of foundation that I like, I'd be really curious to know if there are any foundations that you would recommend for me to try, because I do really like trying new foundations. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!